everybody, and welcome back to Amity Bloom. My name is Nazy. First off, thank you so much for the amazing support from Random Act of Kindness that I would like to do either, every month or as a community. Your input, your support means so much. It made me a little emotional just seeing how many of you would love to participate in something like this, and I think this is a great way to give back, to people who need it in this community, to someone who needs a little bit of joy in their life. Anything, there are people there that are there to help you and to care about you. And I will film a video in a couple weeks talking about this idea and kind of making it a little bit more structured so that it's organized. And so that's some exciting things. Get ready for our Random Acts of Kindness here on Amity Bloom. I just want to give the spotlight right now to one of my lovely friends, Janet. Hello Janet, if you're watching. I will link her Instagram and her YouTube below. She has such a sweet soul. She is a beautiful friend of mine, and she was so kind to gift me one of her own creations. These micro TN covers, which they are just absolutely darling. And what I love about it is that it is a handmade product. The stitching is all done handmade. Everything is handmade, and to me, I think handmade is the way to go, and these are absolutely darling. They are so perfect for traveling. She includes a little elastic on there, which is really sturdy. I'm really picky about sturdy elastics. I think that's the one thing I'm most picky about in my traveler's notebooks, and she does just that. Such a sturdy elastic. Comes with a little charm, and what I love is that she adds these bows to her traveler's notebooks covers. This is so darling and so cute, simply because I know she has two little girls, and the little bow reminds me of that, of her daughters, which mean the world to her. She's such a wonderful mom. So let's open it up. I know the micro TNs come not only in brown, but also in colors such as pinks and teals. I love that she also includes the pockets on the inside, which is perfect to put, your things as cash, credit cards. And then, not only that, but she also makes micro TN journals. They're just like junk journals, but just mini size. And I am absolutely overjoyed with how adorable this came out. So beautiful. The rose vellum covering the paper. I'll just do a little flip through all the little fabric flip outs. Just so cute. So definitely, if you're looking for a micro TN journal, definitely check out her shop. I love this little bird. So cute. And I love how she already kind of like preps the pages for you with like stenciling and stamping. So cute. So that is her cute little micro TN journal. Definitely go and check out her Instagram. I will link her Instagram below, where that is where she sells her products, and then also her YouTube, where she also demonstrates how she uses them. Show her some love and support. She is such a sweet soul. And Janet, thank you so much for sending me this darling. You have so much talent, and I'm more than happy to share it. Now, let me show you all the journals that I have created. Definitely something different. For me, creativity blooms better when you're not doing the same thing over and over again. When you try different things out. When you get a new idea, don't just, don't block it out. Actually execute that idea, because that is when creativity starts to bloom. And that is what happened with me. I had this idea of creating a tag journal. I don't know which video was it. I think it was journal collection release prior to my boho one, where I made a tag flip out. So it was a tag and then it flipped out, and then you can journal on both sides to make the most of the space that you're given. And that idea kind of stuck with me, and I wanted to create, that same idea, but in a journal form. And that is what I did. Definitely a little quirky because of the size, but I am so proud of how they turned out. You first have I had no idea how to do it. I had an idea, but I didn't have an idea. But I executed it, I think, fairly well. The hardest part was definitely the sewing machine. Getting these angles, making them perfect, just making it look completely cohesive together. And I just had so much fun with this. This was such a fun project, and I hope that you all love it. This is not a TN junk journal. It is a journal that you can slip into your TN because it fits all TNs. So it's 4x6. And then these fit your field notes or your micros. So this is 3x4. So this is Project Life card size, and then these are 4x6, kind of like a picture size, and then this is 3x4. So they're perfect for like photo albums or something that you want to document, like a birthday or a special occasion. That's kind of what I was thinking for these journals. But you can definitely slip them in, tuck them into a TN, and take them with you on the go. So let's start out. Look at the little minis. Let's start out with the bigger sizes. We'll start out with the first one that I created. So let's move these aside. This is the first one that I created. Here in the front, I just did a collage of lighter fabrics, kind of what I did with the boho journals, but instead I went with lighter fabrics and lighter collages. I did this little phrase, so wonderful, a little button, some lace. Opening it up. This is so cute. Opening it up, here's the front cover paper. Here I added, it's 60 pages front and back, the same amount of pages as my regular standard TN size journals, except of course the page is a little bit shorter and longer. That's the only difference. So there's plenty of journaling space, and I think that was the trickiest part, is making the most of the journaling space. And so here is a lace pocket, and then a little tag, like a storybook tag from Peter Rabbit in there. I did hole punch them to look like tags, and in some of them I didn't. They're all different sizes. Little music paper text spot, and then I loved how the corners kind of ripped, and then here is a little button card that I made, tucks in there. This is from the beautiful Hallie. Hello, Hallie. She gifted to me some beautiful papers, and I coffee stained them, and Hallie, they turned out beautiful. They tea stained perfectly. This is from some children's book pages. Just did a little collage there. Here is from an old vintage quilting baby book. They give you directions. So I wanted to include some of those in there. A lot of writing spaces. This is something really nice. Let me get the book, actually. This one's called Up the Street and Down, and it's, as you can see, it's really old. It's written on, and there's just some beautiful images, some beautiful vintage images. And I have like 5 of these books of different, different stories. And they tea-dyed perfectly. Everything is tea-dyed, and as you can see, I love that little pop of color. It makes it look really nice and vintage and fun. Here in the middle is a vintage envelope from 1940s. Let me show you too. And this isn't all of it. Like, so many vintage envelopes that I got from a recent estate sale. And they all are pretty old. They all have stamps on them. And they make perfect little envelopes in here because it's the perfect size for this tag journal. And so you have journaling space right there, journaling space in there. And then at the very top, it serves as a little tuck spot on both sides. So I thought that was really fun. So you have an envelope in the center. Here is another little tuck spot of a vintage report card. Some more of those children's book pages. Different types of papers of different sizes. More of those knitting patterns. And then here is a little pocket, and I have also scanned some vintage library cards, vintage recipe cards in here, and included them in there. I recently hit jackpot at an estate sale. I have them actually next to me, like vintage buttons, so many vintage buttons, vintage lace and threads, and a ton, like more than I can handle, of like, of measure tapes. And not only that, like this lady was a sewing addict, like I am becoming, and she had like button cards and all of this really old sewing ephemera. And she also loved to cook, which is really awesome because she had a ton of these old recipe cards. So all of these things I used in these journals, and I think they turned out so lovely. Here is another little pocket. This is some sewing paper and a little bit of that measure tape that I showed you. And then in here I included, just from scraps, this is a lined piece of paper. And this is a great way. It turns into a little tuck spot, but you can also journal on the front and on the back. So just trying to make the most of the, of the small space, trying to make the most of it so that you get enough room for journaling. And then here is, I got this old vintage sewing book, like a Better Homes and Gardens sewing book. And they tea stain perfectly, and it has sewing patterns, and so I made that into a pocket. And then here's a little tag where you also have a pocket and you can write on there. So I love creating ephemera that isn't just really nice and cute, but also serves as writing spaces. So there's the first one. The second one, using the same types of colors, you know, those light pastels, light creams. This is the cover. I just collaged them together, except for this one, the lace extends to the back. And there's some beautiful lace that I came across. And then the fun thing about this, let me grab a little card, is that it's actually a little pocket on the front, so that's kind of fun. Opening it up, there's the front page. I didn't add any front pockets just because I didn't want it to be too bulky, and I wanted you guys to see the front papers, which are really pretty. Little papers where I did collages on them, music paper. Here is a little fabric text spot with some writing space right there, and then another one of those tags. More pages. Here's some vintage atlas book pages that I tea stained. This is one of my fabric flip outs. I'm trying to make them a little bit more different, you know, adding bits of lace to them, kind of collaging and making that into a fabric flip out, adding little buttons just because these are really special to me. Originally, it was just putting it with a paper clip. I was attaching fabric with a paper clip, but I really wanted to have it sewed on there so that I could hide my, if I was, you know, venting, or if I wanted to talk about a sad topic, I could just hide it with my fabric flip out. Just in case my siblings, you know, ever opened up my diary and I talked about them. I didn't want them to know I was talking about them. But, yeah, the fabric flip outs have a special place in my heart just because it was initially what pushed me to learn how to sew, and now I am trying to make like quilts and blankets for myself. It is just, sewing is amazing. I'm going to be a sewing addict for as long as I live. Some more vintage book pages. This little puppy's called Pepper. So cute. More of those vintage envelopes in the center, and then they serve as text spots. And you can journal on them as well, which is kind of cool. You can paper clip anything that you'd like on here. This little image, I love the little kitty with the girls. Just beautiful images. This would be perfect to document like a children's birthday party. Perfect for adding pictures. Just a fun way to document celebrations. Here is some vintage floral wallpaper that I made into a pocket. I added a little tab so that you could write in there. And then a little button card where I place different buttons. These are hand stitched onto there, so you can take these out and use them wherever you'd like. I just had these button cards lying around, and I thought it was time to use it. A lot of pages for journaling. Here is one of Nick the Booksmith's tracing paper pockets with some lace, and I stamped on there, and then a little Peter Rabbit storybook tag. And then some of those atlas, like encyclopedia book pages on the back. Here is another little pocket with some lace and a photocopy of the vintage recipe card that I had. And I loved how when I scanned it, like all of the, I don't even know what it is, but they're just spills. They look like coffee. I love how that showed up. So there is this one. Right, this is the next one. This one, I did a different type of fabric cover with some florals on there. This also serves as a text spot as well. So this one also has a pocket up in the front. Just some buttons sewed onto there. Opening it up. Here's one of my fabric pockets, and then I just collaged different elements onto that. And I made a little tag that also, has a little text spot. And you can also put pictures on the back if you'd like. Different types of sizes of pages, some lined pages, storybook pages. Another one of those wallpaper pockets with some of those lined tags that serve as text spots as well. You know, make the most of the space that you have for journaling. Here's a little collage. And then here is a music paper pocket with a vintage recipe card. Some more of those book pages, the envelope in the center. Really, really cute. Some more of those those vintage children's book pages. Here's the puppy and the cat. Oh, here's a little pocket with some sewing paper ruffle and then some measuring tape and a little button card. But yeah, plenty of journaling spaces in this. For me, since I am a journaler, I am a journaler first, and then I'm a journal maker second. So whenever I make my journals, for me, the most important thing is making sure that you have enough room to document, you know, your stories in your life. Here's a little pocket, a floral fabric pocket, and then just a little scrap piece of paper that I thought looked really cute on there. Some more pages, and then at the very end, pattern, like a sewing pattern pocket, and then I've just added some paper in there. So there is this one. Here is another one that I created. This one I used a little bit darker fabrics, and I collaged different elements together. Something fun about this is that while I was making this, I was watching the movie Across the Universe. Well, it's a beautiful work of art, and I was listening to the song Something by the Beatles, which was playing in the movie, and I was looking for a word to fill in this little bracket, because you can fill in whatever word you'd like in there. And this word came out of my my scrap drawer, Something, right as I was listening to the song Something. So that's a cute little story behind that. So you can put something here. All right, enough with the cheesiness. Let's look at the journal. This is the front cover. Here is a lace pocket, and then here it's a card. It's a tracing paper card where you can actually write on it. So instead of doing a tracing paper pocket, I did a tracing paper card into a lace pocket. So that goes in there. I thought that was really cute. Some more pages. Here's more of those baby patterns like needlebook. This serves as a little text spot as well, this little collage on the bottom. This is also a tuck spot, and I've added a little tag in there. I need to hurry up. Here's another little tuck spot, and you can journal on there and then tuck some more things in there. A little report card, a vintage report card in that pocket. Oh, this little girl with her toy. Here's another little pocket. Some children's book pages. Really cute. I love the watercolored effect on them. Here is a music paper pocket with a little collage, and then a vintage button card. Includes some little buttons in there. Here is a vintage recipe card that I've added into this little pocket that you can journal on the back of those, of course. Here I just stitched random pieces of paper and lace together to just kind of give it a different little effect. Some more of those little baby images. This also is another pocket. And then this also is some fabric and paper and a Peter Rabbit storybook tag that I have included in there. And there is this one. So the last one of the big sizes is this one. This one has some roses on the cover. This one also served as a little tuck spot on the cover. Some buttons, this beautiful fabric. Really, really cute. Opening it up, you have a tracing paper pocket, some lace, another little pocket here with a collage and a vintage library card. So many pages for journaling. Some storybook images of the little ducky. Look, wait, is that a duck? That's a chicken, Nazy. Little chickens. Oh my gosh, I always get the animals' names mixed up. I know my animals, don't worry. Here is a little fabric cluster with some, with a little button card. More of those envelopes. This one's really old, as you can see. It's got some rips and some stains, but I really like that. Another little pocket with just some ephemera in there. The story of the little duck. Oh, it is little ducks. Are they ducks? Yeah, I think it is little ducks. I was right. They're not chickens. Oh my goodness. Is it a duck or is it a chicken? What do you guys think? Oh my gosh. Here's another pocket with some of those sewing pattern book pages. Really cute. That is this one. All right, so that's it for the big ones. Let's start doing the mini ones. All right, so now it's time for the little mini size. As I said, the mini size is Project Life card size. Yeah, this is a great way to document project life, like the pictures and using the cards, just because it's the perfect size. So let's start out with this one. This is kind of the baby. This is the mama and this is the baby. So this is the little baby mini version. Also, I did little collages. I did some buttons in that same beautiful floral white fabric. Opening it up, very bright and girly and feminine. These notebooks are really feminine, which I really like. This is, I think, storybook pages from Lady and the Tramp, like the romance story. And then here's a tag with some wallpaper, and I turned that into a little text spot as well as a writing space, so you can put in more things in there. Really, really cute, really tiny. Some graph paper. Here would be a great place to put a picture and then journal about the picture there. You can paper clip extra things. So here's some music paper pocket and then one of those little mini button cards. So adorable. Really, really cute. Definitely if you have big handwriting, I wouldn't recommend this size. This is perfect for kids. I made one for my sister and she absolutely loved it. Another little pocket. I added a vintage recipe card, but just cut in half. More of those storybook pages. The same type of envelope, but just in a smaller size, as you can see. And then also at the top, you have some room to tuck in whatever you'd like. I really love how it looks. Everything is just mini size. And then here, I made this into a pocket. And I don't know if you can tell, but you can still see the handwriting on there. And then because this is kind of like a school, book, I added some school, like handwriting paper in there. Handwriting of the kid that had the book. I love things like that. That makes me really happy. Here's a little lace pocket, and in here is an image of a Peter Rabbit story, and then a tag from the book, from the Peter Rabbit book, and an image that goes with the story. So this is perfect for kids or to document a little kid's birthday. Here's a vintage sewing pattern book page, and then with some sewing patterns and measure tape. The Lady and the Tramp book. Here in the back is also a sewing pattern pocket. So there is this little mini one. The next mini one is this floral fabric. Added some lace. I wrapped it around the front and the back. Added some more of this, a little button, and just collage them together. And opening it up, here is a lace. Here's a lace pocket. The little report card in there. Various pages. Another little pocket. I collaged some lace and fabric and then made a wallpaper tag. I really like those wallpaper tags. It's a great way to add design. Oh, this is cute with the little ducks. So cute. A little monkey on the back. Here is a fabric text spot with some images from the Peter Rabbit book. Another little pocket. And then this, really careful with this. This is from an old newspaper article to make maple syrup cake. And it's really old. And so I have only a little bit of that. And so I thought it would be nice to add it in here. And then some more of those envelopes. This one's from 1942. Really cute. In the typewriter font that I love. And in the tea stain. I love that. Here's another little pocket with some stamps and some paper. Some graph paper. Here is another little text spot with half of a recipe card. Little pocket, button card, a little mini button card. Like I said, you can take those buttons off and use them in your journal however you'd like. And that is that. So that is this one. And then the last mini one is this little beauty. Here's some florals on there and then some buttons, and then this one actually is a little tuck spot, so it serves as a pocket as well. And this, I actually, using the same type of fabric, actually created this cover. But this one actually is going to be for myself, just because I used various little things that have a special place in my heart. I won't go into too much detail, but basically like the measure tape, this little pin, the button, this particular piece of fabric, they have a story to them, like really nice stories of how I got them, and it touched my heart, and I don't want to give it away. So this will be mine, and here I will kind of make like a file folder system where I will keep all of my vintage sewing ephemera in here. So that's the project for this. Let me know if you guys would like to see that when it's finished, so I can show you how I fill it up. And then the awesome thing about this one is that it's also a pocket as well, so that's kind of cool. So unfortunately, this one is not for sale. This one's going to be for me. I ended up keeping that one because I loved it too much. Opening it up, I did something new. I made a pocket, but using lined paper. So I added some lace, and then I used lined paper, like scrap pieces of lined paper. And I thought it was a great way to use it as a pocket. It looks really cool, kind of rustic and neat. I really like that idea. And then here is another one of those wallpaper pocket tags, and then since this is a tag book, tags fit perfectly in there. Really cute. And graph paper, music pages, some more of those kids like handwriting practice cards with this wonderful image of these grandparents and their kids and their grandkids, like little grandparents gardening. It's just beautiful images, make you so happy because they're so colorful. Really, really cute. Here's another little pocket with some fabric collages and some vintage ephemera. More of those envelopes in the center. Little fabric flaps and sewing pattern book pages. I hope I'm in frame. I hope I was in frame this whole time. More storybook pages. Here, a little pocket with a mini button card. So cute. In the back, I cut a little bit of the storybook page and I made that into a little pocket. So you have a cute little pocket in there. And that is it. Look at the coffee staining. So you guys, that is it. These are all of the journals. Definitely, if you're interested, check out my Etsy shop. I will link it below where they will be available to purchase. Let me know if you do like them. I am definitely going to be filling mine out and showing you like some process videos as to how I fill it up. Spring has sprung and all the flowers are blooming, and I wanted to create a journal set that represented that, you know, the flowers that are blooming. And when I look at this, all of them have flowers on them, and you know, I just hope that, you know, these notebooks will bloom your creativity and bloom your inspiration to journal. You know, journal whatever you'd like, but just make sure you journal. You know, documenting your stories for when years to come you'll look back and like, why didn't I document that? That's why I journal as most as I can, because, you know, one day, I don't know, I might have Alzheimer's, or one day I probably won't remember anything, or, you know, you never know what will happen. But having those books where you wrote down what you did, and then you kind of relive the moment. It's kind of like time travel. But anyway, I'm getting too carried away. I'm getting too carried away with journaling. It's just, I love journaling, and as I said, I'm a journaler at heart. I'm a journal maker second. You know, journaling is my passion. I'm a journal maker because it's a way to express my creativity and allow someone to, you know, document their life using my art. It's just such an amazing feeling. So hopefully you guys liked it. Like I said, definitely check out my beautiful friend Janet for her micro TNs, and definitely check out these journals if you like them. And until next time, I hope that you guys have a wonderful day filled with peace and love. Bye-bye.